Good morning all. Today I want to discuss about water microbiology, how the microbial examination of water is carried out. It is estimated that every year more than 4 billion cases in the world due to waterborne infectious diseases, out of which over 3 to 4 million die every year, mostly under the age of 5 in the world. Therefore, it is a critical need for an integrated national initiative of the microbial quality of the water. Every time the assessment of the risk related to waterborne infections should be done for the protection of the public. There are number of waterborne bacterial diseases transmitted by consumption of polluted water. Enteric fever caused by Salmonella enterica, earlier called Salmonella typhi and paratyphi. Bacillary dysentery caused by Shigella. Traveler's diarrhea caused by Escherichia coli. Diarrhea caused by Campylobacter. Gastric ulcer or peptic ulcer. Large intestinal cancer caused by Helicobacter pylori. Cholera caused by Vibrio cholerae. Legionellosis or Pontiac fever caused by Legionella pneumophila. Leptospirosis caused by Leptospira interrogans. Yersiniosis caused by Yersinia enterocolitica are transmitted by consumption of polluted water. There is a list of waterborne bacterial diseases, how they are transmitted, what are the primary sources for occurrence of these bacterial diseases is tabulated and the table is shown. There are number of viral diseases transmitted by consumption of polluted water. Infectious hepatitis caused by hepatitis A virus, poliomyelitis caused by poliovirus, diarrhea in children caused by rotavirus A to G serotypes, and diarrhea caused by calicivirus, norovirus, gastrointestinal infections from sapovirus, adenovirus, Norwalk virus are known. There are number of waterborne protozoan diseases. Granulomatous, amoebic encephalitis, keratitis. These are caused by acanthamoeba. Acute enterocolitis caused by Cryptosporidium. Long-lasting diarrhea caused by Cyclospora cayetanensis. Early spring diarrhea caused by Giardia lamblia. Primary amoebic meningoencephalitis caused by Naegleria fowleri. Entamoebiasis caused by Entamoeba histolytica are major protozoan diseases transmitted by consumption of polluted water. To detect all these pathogens, it is very difficult. Number of tests are required to detect each pathogen instead of detecting each pathogen in water. Indicator microorganism, presence or absence for indicator microorganism in water is tested. Presence of indicator microorganisms in water indicate water is polluted by human feces or animal feces. Absence of indicator microorganisms in water indicate water is pure water. It is not contaminated by the intestinal discharges of animals and humans. What are indicator microorganisms? The indicator microorganism refers to a kind of microorganisms whose presence in water is evidence that water is polluted with fecal matter of humans or animals. This kind of pollution means pathogenic microorganisms may occur along with the indicator microorganism. The presence of indicator microorganism in water sample indicate contamination of water sample from intestinal discharges of humans or animals, so that water may contain intestinal pathogens. If indicator microorganisms are absent in water, that means water is free from contamination of human feces or animal feces. It is free from pathogens. An ideal indicator microorganism. Characteristics of ideal indicator microorganisms include: it should be present in polluted water, it should be absent in unpolluted water. Ideal indicator organism should be present in polluted water, it should be absent in unpolluted water. It should be present in water when the pathogens are present at all times. It should be associated with the source of the pathogen. It should be easily detected by the standard laboratory methods. It should be present in greater quantity than the pathogen, making the detection of indicator organism relatively easy compared to the pathogen. It should survive for longer time so that it can be easily detected in the water sample. It should have uniform and stable biochemical properties so that easily it can be detected by the biochemical testers. And the indicator organism, the quantity of indicator organism should be correlated with the amount of the pollution. What are the different indicator organisms? Indicator organisms, main indicator organisms for water pollution are coliforms. Coliforms, Streptococci, Clostridium perfringens are the indicator organisms for detection of the water pollution. Coliforms, these are group of organisms mainly consisting of Citrobacter, Enterobacter, Escherichia coli, Klebsiella, Hafnia, Serratia. These are typical coliform genera belonging to intestinal bacteria, Enterobacteriaceae bacteria. What are the other indicator organisms apart from the coliforms? Apart from the coliforms, there are other indicator organisms: fecal streptococci, Streptococcus fecalis, Clostridium perfringens and other Clostridia, Bifidobacteria, coliphages. These are the other indicator organisms acting as indicators for water pollution. Coliforms are main indicator organisms used in the microbiological examination of water, bacteriological examination of water. Coliforms, what are coliforms? Aerobic or facultatively anaerobic, gram-negative, non-spore forming, rod-shaped bacteria that ferment lactose with gas and acid formation within 48 hours at 35 degrees centigrade are known as coliforms. In another manner, coliforms are defined as all aerobic and many facultatively anaerobic, gram-negative, non-spore forming, rod-shaped bacteria that develop a red colony with a metallic sheen within 24 hours at 35 degrees centigrade on an endoagar medium or epiagar medium containing lactose. You know, the examination of water, the specific examination methods for examination of water are mentioned in some manuals. American Public Health Association APHA, American Water Works Association AWWA, Federation of Sewage and Industrial Wastes Association FSIWA published a manual known as Standard Methods for the Examination of Water and Wastewater. There is another manual published by United States Environmental Protection Agency, Microbiological Methods for monitoring the environment, water and wastewater. These two manuals mentions some standard methods for examination of water. The standard methods for examination of water include coliform test, MPN method, most probable number technique, or multiple tube fermentation method for enumeration of coliforms, membrane filter technique, standard plate count, Colli-Lert defined substrate test. These are the standard methods for examination of water. First, I want to discuss about MPN method. What is this MPN method? Most probable number method, a statistical technique for enumeration of number of coliforms per 100 ml of water sample. So what is this method? MPN method. For MPN method, lactose broth tubes or lauryl sulfate tryptose broth tubes or McConkey broth tubes are used. So these tubes are inoculated with specified amount of water from water sample. Usually this test consists of 15 tubes, total of 15 tubes. 5 tubes of double strength lactose broth or lauryl sulfate tryptose broth tubes are inoculated with 10 ml of water sample. 5 tubes of single strength lactose broth or lauryl sulfate tryptose broth tubes are inoculated with 1 ml of water sample. 5 tubes with single strength lactose broth or lauryl sulfate tryptose broth tubes are inoculated with 0.1 ml of water sample. This test contains usage of 15 tubes. 5 tubes are inoculated. Each tube is inoculated with 10 ml of water. 5 tubes inoculated with 1 ml of water sample. Each tube is inoculated with 1 ml of water sample. 5 tubes of single strength broth are inoculated with 0.1 ml of water sample. All the tubes are incubated at 35 degrees centigrade for 24 to 48 hours. After incubation, the tubes are tested for presence or absence of gas bubble formation in the Durham tube. So, formation of gas bubble in the Durham tube indicate fermentation of lactose by coliforms. So, after incubation, all the tubes, 15 tubes are examined. In how many tubes gas formation, that is calculated. How many 10 ml tubes, 10 ml water inoculated tubes, there is gas bubble formation. In how many 1 ml inoculated water inoculated tubes, gas bubble formation. In how many 0.1 ml water inoculated tubes, gas formation is there, that is examined. With that MPN index means 0, 0, 0. That means 0, 0, 0 MPN index means there is no gas bubble formation in all the 15 tubes. So if there is gas bubble formation in 10 ml tube, in one tube there is gas bubble formation, that is 1. If there is no gas bubble formation in 1 ml and 0.1 ml tubes, 0, 0. MPN index is 1, 0, 0. For that, the number of coliforms is 11. So, from standard MPN table, number of coliforms are calculated. For example, MPN index is 554. The number of coliforms are 1600. Number of coliforms, how many coliforms are permitted for 100 ml of water? Up to less than 10 coliforms are permitted. More than 10 coliforms per 100 ml is unsatisfactory. If there are 0 coliforms per 100 ml, water sample is excellent. 1 to 3 coliforms per 100 ml, water sample is satisfactory. If coliform count per 100 ml is 4 to 10, it is suspicious. It may contain pathogens. If coliform count is greater than 10, it is unsatisfactory. It most likely contain pathogenic bacteria and pathogenic microorganisms. coliform test. Apart from this first test, most probable number technique, there is one more test known as coliform test. Coliform test, it is carried in 3 steps: presumptive test, confirmed test, completed test. First step is presumptive test. In presumptive test, a specified number of lactose bath tubes or lauryl sulfate tryptose bath tubes or McConkey bath tubes containing Durham's tube in inverted position are inoculated with specified amount of water. For example, 3 or 5 tubes are inoculated with 10 ml or 1 ml of water and incubated at 35 degrees centigrade for 24 to 48 hours. Formation of gas bubble in the Durham's tube indicate positive presumptive test. No gas bubble formation indicate negative test. If it is negative, coliform test is stopped and water is declared as pure water. If presumptive test is positive, then confirmed test is carried out. Loopful of culture from presumptive test positive tubes are either inoculated into a liquid medium, brilliant green lactose bile broth, or it is inoculated into a solid medium, EMB agar or endo agar in Petri plates. And these media are incubated at 35 degrees centigrade for 24 to 48 hours. Gas formation in Durham's tube in brilliant green lactose bile broth indicate positive confirmed test. Formation of nucleated colonies with dark center and greenish metallic sheen or pink mucoid colonies on EMB agar or endo agar indicate positive confirmed test. Actually, confirmed test, in the confirmed test, yeasts and other aerobacter etc. they do not grow in the media used in confirmed test. Only coliforms will grow in these media. So gas formation in Durham tube or specific characteristics on solid media indicate that these organisms may be coliforms. Whereas in completed test, in completed test, loopful of inoculum from BGLB positive tubes or from EMB agar or endo agar from confirmed test are inoculated into lauryl sulfate tryptose broth or lactose broth and incubated at 35 degrees centigrade for 24 to 48 hours. Formation of gas in Durham's tube in lactose broth or lauryl sulfate tryptose broth indicate positive completed test. And further continued by taking the colonies from endo agar or loopful of inoculum from BGLB broth and streaking onto nutrient agar slant and incubating at 35 degrees centigrade for 24 to 48 hours. After that, colonies from agar slant are gram stained. Examining the gram stain under the microscope and demonstration of gram negative bacilli indicate if they may be coliforms. And further confirmation can be done by in weak tests, indole, methylate, Voges-Proskauer citrate utilization tests are performed to identify the coliforms. Whether it is Escherichia coli or it is Klebsiella or it is Enterobacter or it is other bacteria, this can be detected by performing indole test, methylate test, Voges-Proskauer test, citrate utilization test. And what is indole test? Indole test, whether the bacterium is producing indole from tryptophan or not, can be tested by indole test. Tryptone broth or peptone broth, peptone water medium or tryptone water medium is used in this test. And test bacterium is inoculated into the broth tube, incubated at 37 degrees centigrade for 24 to 48 hours. After incubation, Covax reagent is added along the sides of the tube. Formation of pink color indicate positive test. No pink color indicate negative test. Escherichia coli Proteus vibrio colore gives positive test to indole. Methyl red test. What is methyl red test? Whether the bacteria has ability to utilize glucose with production of acid or not can be tested by methyl red test. GPP medium, glucose phosphate peptone water medium is used in this test. Test bacterium is inoculated into GPP medium in culture tube and incubated at 37 degrees centigrade for 48 to 72 hours. After incubation, few drops of methyl red indicator is added. Formation of red color indicate positive test, yellow color indicate negative test. Escherichia coli gives methyl red test positive, whereas Klebsiella and Enterobacter gives this test as negative. And Voges-Proskauer test. Voges-Proskauer test, glucose phosphate peptone water medium is used in this test. Some bacteria ferment glucose in buffered medium to acetyl methyl carbinol and its reduction product 2,3-butylene glycol. Some bacteria, they ferment glucose to acid. To detect whether the bacteria is converting glucose to acetyl methyl carbinol and its reduction product 2,3-butylene glycol or not, this is tested by Voges-Proskauer test. So, test bacterium is inoculated into glucose phosphate water medium, incubated in the incubator at 35 degrees centigrade for 48 hours. After incubation, 1 ml of 40% KOH solution and 3 ml of alpha naphthol in alcohol is added. And for addition of 40% KOH oxidizes 2,3-butylene glycol into diacetyl. Diacetyl reacts with alpha naphthol to give pink color in 2 to 5 minutes and it becomes crimson in 30 minutes. Formation of crimson red color indicate positive test. No crimson red color indicate negative test. Enterobacter gives positive test to VP. Klebsiella gives positive test to VP. Escherichia coli gives negative test. Citrate utilization test. Most of the bacteria, they use glucose as the carbon source and they use amino acids as the nitrogen source. But some bacteria, they possess ability to use citrate as a sole source of carbon and ammonium salts as sole source of nitrogen. So some bacteria, they do not utilize citrate and ammonium salts. Using this property, bacteria are identified. Enterobacteriaceae bacteria, intestinal bacteria, coliforms are identified. For this purpose, Coxeter's citrate broth or Simmons citrate agar medium is used in the test. Test bacterium is inoculated into Coxeter's broth or Simmons citrate slant or slope. Then these tubes are incubated in the incubator for 24 to 48 hours. Then the tubes are examined. Formation of turbidity in Coxeter's broth and color change from light green to blue and formation of growth on Simmons citrate medium and conversion of the slant or slope from light green to blue indicate positive test. So no color change indicate negative test. Enterobacter and Klebsiella, Salmonella, they gives positive to citrate utilization test. So by using these in-vitro tests, the coliforms are identified. For example, Escherichia coli gives indole test positive, methyl red test positive, VP test negative, citrate utilization test negative. Whereas Enterobacter gives indole negative, methyl red test negative, Voges-Proskauer test positive and citrate utilization test positive. And there is one more technique known as membrane filter technique. Membrane filter technique is used for whether the water is polluted or not polluted potable water. Water sample is filtered through 0.45 micrometer pore size membrane filter in filtrating apparatus, filtrating machine. The filter is, after filtration, the filter is placed on endo-agar or EMV agar medium and incubated at 35 degrees centigrade for 48 to 72 hours. If bacteria are present, coliforms are present in the water, during the filtration they attach to the filter. When the filter is placed on agar medium, the bacteria will grow. Absorbing the nutrients from the medium, they form colonies on the filter paper. So formation of colonies on the filter paper indicate positive test. No formation of the colonies, that is negative test. And the color of the colony are also identified. Colony characteristics are identified. Escherichia coli on EMB and endo-agar medium, they form nucleated colonies. Whereas Enterobacter forms pink color colonies. So membrane filter technique, that is more specific than traditional methods. It does not require confirmation steps also. Standard plate count, SPC. Standard plate count is also prescribed by the water examination methods, microbiological water examination methods. Actually, small quantities of water sample, 0.1 ml or 1 ml of water sample is plated on nutrient agar medium or plate count tryptose, glucose extract agar medium and incubated aerobically for 24 hours at 35 degrees centigrade or 20 degrees centigrade for 48 hours. After incubation, colonies are counted. If CFU count, colony formation unit, colony forming units are less than 100 or less than 500, the water is potable. If the count is more than 500 per ml, CFU count is more than 500 per ml, that water may be further tested for the pathogens. If count is exceeding the limit of 500 per ml, water treatment and distribution system should be investigated. Properly chlorinated public distribution system usually have less than 10 CFU per ml. There is one more test which is known as Colli-Lert. Colli-Lert defined substrate test. Colli-Lert specific substrate test. What is this test? Actually, beta-galactosidase is the enzyme that is unique to Enterobacteriaceae bacteria. Beta-glucuronidase is another enzyme that is unique to Escherichia coli. These two enzymes, presence of these two enzymes or detection of these two enzymes in the sample indicate presence of coliforms and E. coli. Beta-galactosidase is unique to coliforms. Beta-glucuronidase is the enzyme of Escherichia coli. Using specific substrates for this enzyme, orthonitrophenyl beta-galactoside is the substrate for detection of beta-galactosidase enzyme produced by coliforms. So, medium containing orthonitrophenyl beta-galactoside, water sample is inoculated. If water sample contain coliforms, they produce beta-galactosidase, they convert to ONPG, orthonitrophenyl beta-galactoside to galactose and orthonitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol gives yellow color. Formation of yellow color indicate positive test for coliforms. Colli-Lert defined substrate medium also contains MUG, 4-methyl umbelliferyl beta-D-glucuronide, a substrate for beta-glucuronidase. If water sample contains Escherichia coli grow and it produces the enzyme beta glucuronidase which hydrolyzes MUG 4-methyl beta D-glucuronide into D-glucuronic acid and 4-methyl umbelliferone. 4-methyl umbelliferone fluoresces blue when it is exposed to UV light at 366 nanometers. At high wavelength UV light 366 nanometers, 4-methyl umbelliferone fluoresces blue. So blue fluorescence indicate it is Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli is present in water. So formation of yellow color indicate presence of coliform bacteria. No color formation indicate negative test for coliforms. If there is blue fluorescence, that coliform is Escherichia coli. If tubes that turn yellow and showing fluorescence under UV lamp, that is indicating presence of Escherichia coli. If there is only yellow color, no fluorescence, that is indicating it is other than E. coli. It may be Enterobacter or any other coliform. And beta-galactosidase is coliform specific enzyme, whereas beta-glucuronidase is specific enzyme for Escherichia coli. So by using Colilert defined substrate test, you can identify whether water is polluted water or non-polluted water, potable water. And you can differentiate whether it is other than Escherichia coli or it is Escherichia coli. So presence of E. coli and presence of other coliforms can be differentiated by Colilert defined substrate test. So these are the microbiological examination methods of water. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.